Imagine this: you wake up one morning next to her. She's everything you ever wanted. Her scent lingers on your sheets, her legs wrapped around your life, her soft voice calling your name. You've won, you've done it, she's yours. The forbidden truth. But something shifts. She's colder now, colder than yesterday, colder than before you gave her everything. Her laughter feels rehearsed, her touch is absent, her eyes don't look at you anymore, they look through you. You feel it, the slow death of your masculinity, the subtle drain of your soul. And yet when you bring it up, she tells you it's nothing, that you're imagining it, that maybe you're too sensitive. But you're not imagining it. You're waking up to something terrifying, something most men spend their lives denying. She doesn't love you the way you love her. And that's the forbidden truth women don't want you to understand. Because once you see it, you'll never see them the same again. Arthur Schopenhauer did. He stripped away the romance, the flowers, the fairy tales, exposing something primal, raw, and ruthless inside feminine desire. Women are by nature meant to be the instrument of the propagation of the species, he wrote. Everything in them is directed toward this end. To most men this sounds offensive, even misogynistic. But pause. Don't flinch. Don't dismiss it. Understand it. Schopenhauer wasn't mocking women, he was mocking the delusion men carry, the illusion that she loves you for your soul, that she's loyal to your essence, enchanted by your poetry, your thoughts, your purpose. No. She is loyal to something deeper, something older, something biological. Ignore it, and you'll be enslaved by it. This is where it gets darker. Once you understand what women are truly wired to want, you stop trying to impress them and start asking a more dangerous question. If she's not here for my soul, then what is she here for? Is it your status? Your strength? Your genes? Your ability to provide, protect, dominate? And what happens the moment you stop being useful? Do you really think she'll stay? This is the shadow Schopenhauer shined a light on, and why women despised him, not because he was wrong, but because he was too right. He forced men to confront what most are too weak to face. Romantic love is not what you think, it's a lie designed by nature to enslave the male spirit to reproductive necessity. And here's where Stoicism enters the battlefield. The Stoic doesn't hate women, he doesn't resent their nature, he studies it, accepts it, and transcends it. Because only when you see clearly can you act freely. What if everything you believed about women was a lie? What if the truth had been hidden not by accident but by design? That's why this video makes people uncomfortable. If you're a man searching for truth in a world of illusions, this is the video you were never supposed to find. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Schopenhauer wasn't a Stoic, but his words cut illusions like a blade. His brutal honesty about women, desire, and human nature challenged society's lies. And when placed under Stoic reason, detachment, and self-mastery, his insights reveal a power most men never touch. This isn't about hate. It's about awareness. Because the man who sees clearly is the man no one can control. Schopenhauer believed desire, especially sexual desire, was the root of suffering. His essay on women is infamous. He described them as masters of illusion. Their beauty, behavior, emotional intelligence, evolved not for truth but survival and control. Stoicism and Schopenhauer differ, but they both demand men wake up, stop reacting, stop chasing pleasure, and see the world for what it is. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." Schopenhauer challenged the world's estimate of women, he stripped away the veil. And when you do the same, you begin to see where real power lies. Here are his brutal truths and how Stoicism refines them. 1. Women use emotion, not logic. Schopenhauer believed women were emotionally driven, less capable of abstract thought, designed for survival, not morality. Emotions are neither good nor bad. But Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." If women act emotionally, the Stoic man doesn't mirror them. He holds the frame. He remains still. He doesn't argue, he observes. 2. Beauty is a weapon. Schopenhauer believed women's beauty is not a gift, but a tactic, something evolved to attract, bind, and control. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "How soon will time cover all things, and how many it has covered already?" Beauty fades, but men destroy themselves chasing it. The Stoic reminds himself, physical attraction is fleeting. Character, peace, and purpose are eternal. 3. Manipulation through need. Schopenhauer said women create scarcity, making themselves needed so men chase, detach, and submit. A Stoic man doesn't chase. He chooses. He doesn't seek validation. He builds his value. He lives by the law: don't explain, don't complain. 4. Marriage as a trap. Schopenhauer called it servitude disguised as union, giving women control. The Stoic counterpoint: marriage itself isn't evil, but unconscious decisions are. A Stoic man doesn't marry out of lust or loneliness, he evaluates with reason. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." Freedom isn't about avoiding marriage, it's about entering every union with clear eyes and a clear soul. So what does this mean for you today? It means you must reclaim control of 3 priceless things: your attention, your emotional response, and your mission. Your attention is the most valuable thing you have. Women don't need your money, they need your focus. Give it away freely and you lose value. So become scarce. Be intentional. Protect your mind like a king protects his kingdom. Your emotional response: every time you chase, argue, plead, or over-explain, you give away power. What if instead of sending 10 messages, you sent none? What if instead of reacting to silence, you embraced yours? Karma doesn't need your help. Let silence speak. And your mission: you weren't born to be someone's emotional support system. You were born to create, to think, to lead. If she disrespects you, dismisses your values, or plays games, walk away. Not in anger, but in power. Nothing scares someone who thrives on control more than a man who can no longer be influenced. This is the shield Stoicism offers. While the romantic man collapses under betrayal, the Stoic is fortified by realism. He doesn't demand loyalty from female nature, he demands it from himself: loyalty to truth, purpose, and inner mastery. He doesn't hope for events to go his way, he accepts them as they are. He no longer begs for her to love him in a way she cannot. He chooses himself. Here's the paradox: the moment you release the desire to be loved for your soul, the moment you stop expecting her to carry your burden, is the moment you begin to stand like a man. Not bitter, not broken, but unshakable. Because now you no longer serve the myth. You see the mechanics. And in seeing them, you are free. But freedom has a cost. Once you understand female nature, as Schopenhauer did, once you realize her smile is not always rooted in truth but in necessity, you begin to see the whole world differently. You can't go back. You can't unsee the masks. You can't forget the lies you whispered to yourself in the name of love. It hurts, and it should hurt. Because this isn't just about women. It's about waking up from nature's most seductive illusion, that your value as a man lies in being chosen. But now you no longer beg to be chosen. You don't live for her approval. You become the man who walks into a room and knows the game without needing to play it. The man who loves without blindness, who leads without applause, who suffers without collapse. That is where Stoicism and Schopenhauer collide, into clarity. You can love women, sleep with women, admire them, but you will never again be enslaved by the myth of romantic salvation. And that is the freedom no one wants you to find. Because a man who no longer needs a woman's approval is a man no woman can control. A man the system cannot manipulate. A man who lives by truth, not temptation. So here's your call to arms: stop chasing her smile, start mastering your mind. Let the pain you feel right now reforge you into something colder, cleaner, sharper. If this video made your chest ache, if something inside you feels broken but alive for the first time, leave a comment saying "I see now." Not for validation, but as a signal to yourself that your days of begging, chasing, and pretending are over. Subscribe if you're ready to strip away every illusion modern life sells you. Because this isn't about hating women, it's about seeing clearly and choosing power over fantasy. Women don't want you to find this truth. But once you do, they'll never forget.